様です。今日はアジア人は性的に差別を受けていた、その証拠がこちらという動画をリアクションしてみたいと思います。10年以上ニューヨークに住んでいるので、その差別のことをアジア人としてアメリカに生きることっていうことをよく分かっているので参考になればと思います。では見てみましょう。動画をリアクションする前にチャンネル登録の方よろしくお願いします。
So what we see here is that when I was born in 1960s, September 3rd, by the way, that's how many Asians were in the U.S. And look at the number, estimated to be 9% of the population by 2040. So I'm surely won't be teaching by then, but most of you will still be alive.
ちょっと待って、さっきさ、女の子がさ、いたじゃん。それ、多分彼女はこの話を聞きたくなくて、この先生の授業から出てったんじゃないかなと思います。多分。And by the way, 5.2% of the undergrad population at the U.S. is Asian. So it's growing. So when I was young, it's just like it was really uncommon to encounter people in the U.S. who were Asian. But now that's much less the case, and certainly here in Penn State. 74% of Asians living in the United States are foreign born. So those of you who are Asian, especially Southeast Asian, when somebody says, wow, you speak English really well, understand, and you say like, oh my God, but I was born here, of course I speak English, and you feel some kind of way about it, you feel annoyed because people say that all the time. Look, the reason is because for most of us, most Asian people of Asian ancestry who we encounter are foreign, and right now 3 out of 4 foreign born. So there's like a reason for that people are like, oh my gosh. Okay, so here, students studying abroad, this is from China. So imagining just this classroom, right? 2010, this is how many Chinese students were studying abroad. Look at where we're at in 2016, and it's gone up again since 2017, 2018. So we're seeing just this massive shift in the way studies are happening. So what I'm really trying to do right now is just get you to orient ourselves toward Asia. Hey, I need a couple of the guys. Who's one of the guys who came up the other day who got chosen? Who's the guy that 2 people picked him as the handsome Asian guy? Where's the handsome Asian guy? Dude, can you let me tell you what this number is for you, bro, okay? And one of the reasons I did that exercise the other day is because I first thought of it upon seeing this number. All right, listen, bro. So remember this guy, the handsome dude? In spite of how handsome he is, for him to compete with an average white guy of equal handsomeness, maybe like, I don't know, dude. This dude right here, he's kind of handsome, right? Look at this dude. So for Andy, what's your name, bro? Chris. For Andy to compete with Chris on the dating market, okay? Andy has to make, on all the dating apps on the dating market, okay? Andy has to make $247,000 more per year than this dude right here. Right? $247,000 more per year to be equal to him on the dating market. So that somebody like you, or I don't know, you, right? For you to find him, Andy, equally as attractive as Chris, or for you to find Andy, or you, right? Or you, I mean, we're going with women here right now, or you, right? Okay? Do you find these guys like, are they like, そんなこと言われてさ、
would you say? More or less?
っていうか好みの問題だし。
I mean, you have to say that. But
じゃあうざい、うざい、う
he's
ざい。
attractive. The rest of the class do.
I think he's attractive too. I also think he's attractive.
Okay, both, right? Okay, so you think they're both attractive.
Yeah.
Are you straight?
Yeah.
So okay. So look, for you might say that, and she might say it, right? And you might say it, and all the women in here might say it who are straight, right? Lesbians. Well, you could be free to like them too, right? So look, but the thing is, what we know is if we put all of you together, and you're gonna decide whether you're going to go on a date with this guy or this guy, what we see is this guy has to make nearly $250,000 more than that guy to be equal in your eyes. On average. Not for one of you, Maybe for you that's not the case, or for you it's not the case. But on average, of all the people in this class, Andy, because Asian men aren't seen as sexualized, right? They're just not seen in that way. They tend to be seen in a very different way. In order for Andy to compete, look at these guys, right? Come here. Can you stand next to? Can we stand next to each other? Look. Just these two guys, right? In order for them to be equal to you, right? Forget about. Let's say that he's a little shorter, so they're the same height. Andy's got to make $250,000 more, y'all. Okay, so look, dudes. $250,000, y'all, right? You can sit back and say, oh no, they're both attractive, this is cool, this is fine, no, I like him, yeah, Andy, Chris, it's all good, right? Because, that's what we think. But I'm telling you, it may be true for one of you,
ちょっ
but
と待って。
across the board.
まずね、背丈がデートにはすごい関係あるから、ここでこの先生は、背丈が同じ人を選んでほしい。彼と彼の。白人の男の子、アジア人の男の子の背丈が同じ人を選んでくださいって思うね、ここで。まず。多分それが一番大事だから、デーティングは。お金よりも。
That's worth thinking about, and that's effing profound. And if you're not seeing it as profound, it's because you're not thinking about it. Look, $250,000 that dude. So no matter what he does in the dating market, on average, it's $250,000 more. Dude, what do you think of that?
Seems pretty shallow to base.
超嫌なんだけど、私に聞かないでみたいになってる。
How much more he makes. Like, I feel like to value someone based off of that.
Yeah, that's not what it is, though. No, but it's not about even conscious. It's subconscious, right? Like, you may not do that in your mind up here, but somewhere in your subconsciousness, you're going to look at him and you're still going to be like, nah, but for some reason, I just like Chris more. I just think he's cuter. I just think he's this. I just think he's that. Now you're seeing that, nah, but if the Andy dude made $250,000, you wouldn't even know it, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I'll talk to him.
待って待って、本当にそれさ、アジア人関係ないから、もし稼いでる男がいたらみんなそうなるから、そいつが醜くても背が低くても、そういうことじゃないから、アジア人だからじゃないから、お金の問題に関しては。この先生ちょっと偏ってると思う。それがね、研究結果だと言われてもね、みんなそんな風に思ってないよ。うん。
Like if he's one of the Asian dudes driving around in a Ferrari or something. So it's not about just being shallow, right? It's about really understanding ourselves.
いやもう何これって感じ。この先生自体がさ、アジア人の男性に多分彼女を取られたとかそういう経験があるんじゃないかなと思う。さらにそのアジア人の男性がお金を持っていたんじゃないかなみたいな。なんかそういう風にこうその先生の個人的意見がものすごい入ってるように私は感じる。この人はその研究結果に頼ってるみたいだけど、その背の低さとかそういう見た目のことに関しておしゃれがそのアメリカ人っぽくないとか。そういうことだったらあり得るけど、アジア人を選ばない理由っていうか、それでも個人的な問題で、でもお金に関しては、ブサイクでもお金持ってたら、チャンスいくらでもあるっていう、一緒じゃない？それと。お金の問題で言うなら。ちょっとこの動画、私はあんまり好きな動画ではないというか、この先生自体がね、喋ってること自体が、多分何かこの人自体がアジア人に恨みがあるんだろうな、みたいな。アジア人女性に振られたんじゃないかな、みたいな。そんな風に見受けます。いかがでしたでしょうか？この動画、もしよかったと思ったら高評価とチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。それでは、またねー。